Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's the Falcons going up against the Rams. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. A few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And we say hi again, one and all. Brandon Gaudin here as we count you down to kickoff, and I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, I know even a former defensive back like you can admire some of the receivers in the game today, and Larry showed us a couple that are very likely to stand out in this one.
Man, it's hard for me to admit that I actually admire receivers, but with their acrobatics, with their speed, with their moxie, and the way they go up and get the football, they can change the outcome of a game in an instant.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Todd Gurley back in form as a runner, and Jared Goff has raised his game. What's that new expression they're using around Los Angeles now? Let's go Goffing? That's what I keep hearing.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident. In this one, he ran for 152. Actually caught a pass for a touchdown as well, so he had 4 total touchdowns. He looks the part.
And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Many people thought Keanu Neal was overdrafted by Atlanta, but they saw his talents and knew that he would fit their scheme perfectly. A hybrid player, can play deep in the secondary as a safety, can drop down into the box and also make a lot of tackles, and at times can stay on the field and serve a linebacker role as well.
Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. 20, 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
All right, partner, the risk of piling on. Whenever Jared Goff fumbles the football, the first thing people are going to flash back on is leading up to the draft, the size of his hands. They were right on the borderline about what teams want in the size for a quarterback.
Well, you were knee-deep in all of that draft stuff when he was going through it. That was much talked about, you say.
It certainly was. I didn't think it was as big a deal as people made it out to be. To me, it's much more of a concentration thing, making sure that you're aware of it, take care of the ball a little bit better. I don't care what the size of your hands are. A lot of guys could use some work on covering the football, not letting the defense get to it.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, Devontae Freeman scored the first points of Super Bowl 51, and he's got the first points here as he's in for 6.
And I don't want to be snarky here. It's going to come off that way a little bit, but that didn't work out so well for them in Super Bowl 51 against New England when he scored the first touchdown in that game. But I like what they've started with here.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Buddy looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And down inside the 15 he goes.
So has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Ethan Westbrooks. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
In the left hash. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. Taken in at the 11. Oh, nice spin. On 2nd down, Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. This was coming from and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Rams trail at home at halftime. The Falcons have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now following the fumble, Freeman's going to stay inside after the handoff, and he'll take it in for a touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. Falcons with the ball midway through the second. Gabriel's able to get open here, and he ends up at the 49-yard line before he stopped on the play. Falcons would later kick the field goal. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you back out west to Los Angeles as we rejoin Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Oh, the Rams was at week 15. Went to Seattle and decimated the Seahawks to really take over the NFC West. The Jaguars have steadily...
He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
It was the bottom half that was in question.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Gurley, wave goodbye, and he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Play action. Ryan. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Play action. It's Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They go play action with Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And Bryant's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. Now a first down throw. Gone. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Up a 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And some space here. Room to run past midfield. Downs. On 1st and 10, Goff. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. To throw on second down is Goff. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Throwing again is Goff. And that is incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 13. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.